Hi guys, can you hear me? Let me know. I'm trying something new here. Let me just check on my other. See how the sound is. Hi guys, can you hear
Yeah.
me? All right, I can hear me now. All right, so I can go without the headphones. It's kind of nice sometimes. All right, so I got your question, Rosemary. No more questions can be taken right now. Um, Let's see. I didn't even turn on the lights out here because the light's so bright right through the skylights here. So how are you guys doing? Thank you for joining me if you are. And if you're new, welcome. Uh, Good morning, Miss T and T Doodles. Isadora Smith. Grateful that you're here. And I'm grateful everyone's here. And artist Liz. We have 5 questions taken, so unfortunately, we can't take any more questions here, or I can't. Um, but thank you, and I hope you will listen and give it a food for thought. I will also throw in just a reading to kind of warm up before I read on you guys, which is just to look at Trump. Yeah. I just want to see how he's feeling, just to check in to see. I had that feeling after I did that last reading on he and Putin that he would come away feeling like he didn't get that great of a thing. He wouldn't be very happy and it would be not so great for him. Um, so it was interesting to see that that kind of manifested, and I just want to check in on him and see if I can get a little bit more now that they've met face to face. So I'll just try and do a very quick reading, but just a warm up reading before I do the readings here, if y'all don't mind. And it's actually sunny here. We've been fighting the fog, but oh my goodness, it's so beautiful here. That's why my mood's probably a lot more. Um, I hope you're all doing well. There's so many things going on. I'm praying all the time for all the earth changes going on, all the fires and flooding, and that we're going to see more of that. We all have known that for some time, but unfortunately, it doesn't make witnessing that and hearing of it any easier. And we just got to help each other out and do the best we can. Be a decent person in the world because it's a revolutionary act. Okay. So, what do we need to know about Trump? How he's feeling right now about his meeting with Putin? Does he feel, let's try and simplify it down. Does he feel positive? Does he feel like he really got something done? Does he feel like he's satisfied, for example, or not? Does he feel, how does he feel? How does the Dayglow Cheeto feel? Is he feeling chipper after his Alaskan date? Or just kind of looking like bird's eye lowdown? I gotta grab another pillow and get it in the small of my back. Mm, I'm choosing this way. Okay. Oof. Because I have a heart. Have a heart. So glad he's not going alone. No, he will not. He will not be going alone. In fact, I think that we'll probably break record popcorn sales for when all of these folks, when that house of cards that they're building really collapses, because we are getting that. We know that, right, Doodles? I mean, we see it. Your first live. Well, I don't know if it's your first live ever, but if it's just your first live with me, no matter what, thank you and welcome and have fun. You know, we're a very chill group here, very chill group, and very supportive, nice people. We don't. Yeah, I wanna look at Zelensky. Thank you, ladies. That's see, we all kinda work together. It's kind of a hive mind here that's kind of fun. Right on. Yeah, so we won't let people pick on you or do any of that nonsense, and, it's just me doing kind of wearing all these hats, but I do my best and, try to make it a positive experience. So, we'll take a look here about Zelensky too. And I've been keeping track of him. He's meeting, as said here, with other world leaders. Um, oh, here, to meet with him. Okay. We'll see how that goes for him. Take a look at that. I think no matter what, Zelensky's going to come through. Maybe it's just a feeling, but I will look at that as well. I'm just going to look at Zelensky, check in on him. I'll do that now. Um, And Trump, ooh, but Trump's cards, Five of Pentacles. That's not what I would expect. I would have thought this is not I'm stoked card at all. This is I'm not feeling well. In fact, it's usually you're feeling in a physically declined. Now, off camera, that's why I'm late for a few minutes. I was doing a reading on him and Putin, and seeing that there's going to be a sudden decline in health, and I don't know honestly which one of the two that will hit first. I'm going to guess Donnie, um, just as a possibility. But that was shown, and it showed like they would have to be like they would need a lot of care, and then they would pass. So I just want to put that out there. Got to get it off my, off camera, you know, information and put here on a mental shelf. All right. So that's what triggered my memory of it. Um, not feeling so good. There's also the fact that he's kind of the outcast now, even more feeling that way. Not feeling as strong, not feeling like that confidence is definitely, oh, and there's exposure with the sun. I think he's embarrassed, and he's embarrassed that he looks so poorly or is coming away looking less than let's say very well. He likes all that kind of a erotic, kind of a homosexual kind of cards, where he's buffed body and Donnie's head. Weird. But anyway, not feeling that, not feeling that kind of, no, at all. Feeling exposed as being feeble, um, and out of the loop. It really, that's so interesting. And he's feeling very defensive right now, probably because he's getting so much slack, from us about it. And about also maybe from the wealthy people he knows. There could be that he's having to defend himself against, maybe he's catching some heat from some of them. I don't know. Um, but definitely he is being defensive around personal independent wealth, a luxuriant lifestyle. And I think it's also goes for like making excuses, trying to also protect this highfalutin living. Once you get a taste for that, you don't want to be poor. So that's interesting. It must have struck a nerve of making him feel suddenly poor and ill, and definitely makes him triggered in some way. So I think Putin triggered him in some way that he was not anticipating. And here's the King of Swords. Now, the thing is, they're both Kings of Swords. So, um, Kings of Swords, yes. So Putin is a Libra, Trump is a Gemini. And they're both, he feels like, yeah, he feels like he's been taken advantage of, that there's theft there, that there's getting, you know, not being on the up and up, dishonesty at the very least. And they're both dishonest. So, Page of Pentacles. And we're looking at smaller amount of like money that has to be built up. I don't think Trump got something that he wanted for sure. He got barely a token here with this page. And he still thinks like, well, maybe there's more coming, and I just need to be patient and wait for it. It's like crumbs off of the other guy's table. Weird, very weird. Not does not feel his equal at all. There's also being held to account with judgment, and we have but the 10 of cups. This is also, I think, people that he's got some kind of a closeness to with the 10 of cups, usually family, but I think mostly it's America and American family saying, here, what's going on here? You look, what's up? And we have the Empress and the Knight of Wands, women especially, and knowing that this is all about money, abundance, wealth, and getting their minerals and, the best deals for themselves. Hello, Scorpio Mama. So that's how he's feeling. And I'll just leave it there and I'll check in here with the chat and then I'll get on to your guys' questions. So he's not feeling, I wouldn't say he's feeling very positive. And let's see, Misty says, Maya, you did a reading for me a while ago where you asked if I would, where I asked if I would ever buy a house. The reading result was positive. I wanted you to know that I'm now actively house hunting. Thank you. Yay. Go, 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 go. That's how you find a house. And you're helping to manifest that. So keep putting that energy out there. I know what it's like. I remember having to house hunt for the home I have now, and I've moved a lot, and I don't care for moving. So I wish you the best, and everyone's wishing you the best in finding the house that is meant to be the most blessed for you. Thank you so much for letting me know and letting us know. And I'm very excited for you. That's so cool. Right on. All right. Okay, let's take a very quick look at Zelensky. Thank you for. He is also isn't he also another air sign? I'm almost sure of it. I know I have to look each time, but let me just see. I'm going to double check. I thought, wow, what's the chances when I try and read on them? Let me just check his birth date. January 25th. That's right. He's an Aquarius. All right. So now let's take a look at Mr. Zelensky's, President Zelensky, a truly honorable man. I'm sure he's not perfect, but I will take an ethical person over these tyrants any old day. That is a man I can respect. Zelensky. How goes it for him? We call for Metatron, Angel Metatron, to put protective energy around Zelensky and keep him protected and his and Ukraine's uh, army and military to beef them up, help them, protect them, keep them safe. So let's look at Zelensky. What is the way forward? What do we need to know? We're worried about his safety. How will things go for him? Will he succeed at the end of the day and make it through this stupid invasion of his country? Let's see what we get. I get that he will. He is a tenacious, I think he's got like probably one of the highest, probably, if we were like to gauge like an alligator's snapping of the holding on, that's what it feels like. It's like this dude has a tenacious hold here. I don't think he's going anywhere. I see him making it through. And look at that with the 10 of Pentacles. Right now, that's he's got the 4. I'm sorry, the 4 of Pentacles, and then he has the 10. So, quick answer to this is I think he's going to make it through this. I see him holding on, and it's going to be a bumpy ride. I think it's tough with that 4 of Pentacles. It's like put on your seatbelt, right? Because the turbulence is bumpy. But at the end of the day, he gets that 10 of Pentacles. That's the country, that's the support, that's his nation. So I think he's going to hold on to it. That he is very formidable. We get the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles for him. So he also has, I think, some good men working along with him that are very tenacious as well, very determined. Geez, that just feels like, you know, it looks okay. It's not to say he's not going to have rough moments, but if we were to project out into at the end of the day, is he going to make it through this? I get yes. For right now, today, I get him actually, and I'd be surprised if that changes. It feels so strong, but he's definitely holding on securely. And I feel like the support is solid, um, especially the things he physically needs and maybe materialistically with that King of Pentacles. There's a business sense, and the Knight of Pentacles, very practical. He is not flamboyant. He is not like Trump. Or I just heard no gold toilets. That's our man. And there are some secrets here. There are some things that are hidden from our sight for right now. And it's groups of people he's working with and things that they're planning. So I won't go any further on that because I don't want to mess up anything he's got going on. But for right now, it looks good. It looks like he could make this through. And that is my deepest, fondest hope. And I'm sure it is most of you too. I'm sorry, Emily, we're all booked up with questions. But if you don't get that question answered by another reader, do come back next Sunday. I'm all full up. So sorry. But you know what I will do? I will do a group reading for the week after I read these 5 questions, okay? I can give you that. If you want to be part of that, stick around. If you really are looking for somebody that you can catch, go right ahead. But I'm full up, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Because firstly, we have Patty DiAgostino's question. She has had one heck of a situation with her work. I know that there's some sort of issue with her union and her own personal plans to have to retire. So let me just roll back if I look at this because I kind of think I understand, but what I need to understand is just enough to get an idea from the cards. So she's got to do this course. They're pushing her to do a course. Um, if I do the course and complete it, I already and complete it. I al I already the intention of collecting Social Security. Already have probably the intention of collecting Social Security in February of 2026 when my unemployment is finished. I don't want to work, but only a part-time job, like 3 days a week for about a maximum of 5 hours a day. What do you see? Well, you know what? I'm just going to see if you're going to be satisfied because there's a whole lot of ins and outs there and special rules that I think I'd get tangled up into if I tried to do that. So I think it'd be best for me to say, are you going to end up with a part-time job where you work the maximum of 3 days a week, say, and be happy and have your other um, retirement plans, look at generally see how that looks for you. So that's what we'll do. Okay. So let me just switch gears here for Miss Patty. And thank you for asking your question, Patty. So is the situation going to work out to Patty's satisfaction? She's got a lot of concerns one can understand. It's a lot of red tape and bureaucracy. So I totally get it. This card's wanting to come out. Future, like the three in waiting. There's a male card here with a King of Cups. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that is, but maybe there's also a husband or a male in the household that's looking towards retirement with that Three of Wands, looking for expanded opportunity. I can relate because my husband's moving toward that too. Let me flop over here. Okay, I've got to the left. Let me just roll all the way down. There we go. And okay. So let's see what we get. Is this going to work out for, let's just, is this going to work out no matter what for Patty? Somehow, some way for her working and her retirement at the end of the day. Let's see what we get. I'm getting a King of Pentacles. That feels like the Union. Oh, and I get some corruption here going on. Maybe somebody's not playing the rules exactly so. The Hierophant. And here we are about that course and the training being taught. And it's paired with not taking the action. You're going to be no kidding, at the crossroads of do or die. Should I do this or no? This is where you're pushed to make a choice. But you can always make the choice of not doing it, I suppose. There's a need for counsel around, further counsel, maybe around what that means either way. And what if you don't do it? I see the Three of Cups. That's hopeful. Ooh, it's going to work out. And the Temperance. So you may not, I don't know, end up choosing to take that course. All I know is whether you do or you don't, I see that you're at that crossroads, but I see that whatever you choose, it's going to be okay. It's going to work out all right. And you're going to be very content with that. Emotionally, you get the Three of Cups. So, Patty, I think it's going to work out. We do have bringing someone that is an ogre to justice. If someone is trying to do something illegal here, like if they're trying to illegally push you to do something, call it out. Get counsel in your union for that. Get your union rep, maybe, because something looks a little off with maybe what they're pushing at you. It can't hurt to ask. And I know from my husband's work a little bit, because there's unions and stuff, that you have a union rep. I would go over things with them. I think there's maybe some support there or something that might be beneficial to you. At the end of the day, you do get that things will work out to your satisfaction. Go with the flow, use your intuition, your water energy, the cups energy, and fine tune, your situation there, because it's going to take a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a lot of patience. But I see somebody crooked, and it's a King of Pentacles connected to this. And I think you're going to be fine. I think you'll be secure. I think this is you because it's your money and I think you're going to be one of the lucky people. You won't be living large by any means, but you'll be secure. You'll have security with the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So that's just another echo to me of don't put up with any kind of corrupt, oppressive tactics. Seek uh, counsel. There might be some rules they're not following. I don't know. But I see that you will end up, especially I think when there's dealing with somebody that's not doing something that's kosher, um, you're going to end up all right. So, all right, I hope that's helpful. Just pay attention to your instinct, and I think you're going to be just fine. But if you find out, I think I can't help it. I was shown that twice that there's some kind of legal, maybe illegal, oppressive push by a male, quite possibly, that's all about money, is kind of obsessed with it, maybe. So maybe is accounting. I don't know who this would be, whatever. But I'm getting masculine energy that's corrupt around money. So have that checked out. And it looks like you're going to figure out something that's going to work out. And I do see you being stable, not like you're living, like I said, at the Beverly Hills Hilton, but even better, it's your own comfy home, secure, right? There's a sense of security. And I think sensibility with the money, with that Queen of Pentacles. You are quite welcome. Just use your instinct, pray, talk to your angels about this. Your union is stating that you must be able to work. Mm. So I don't know the answers to it, but I would definitely talk to a representative, see if there's anything you could possibly gain from that. I feel like no matter what, you're going to be okay. And that's what I'm seeing. So I see you stable, I see you holding on, and you have the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So I think you're going to be fine. But keep me in the loop, all right? Try to breathe air toward that security. And if you know what I mean, like positively um thinking that you're moving towards security with your actions and that okay, this is what I mean to say. Your intentions. Hold your intention that you want this security. I'm sure you already are, but talk to it sounds crazy, angels, guides, nightly, over and over again. It's really a helpful thing to do. And I think that at the very least, when we feel like we don't have um, the kind of control that we would like to have in a situation, I think that until we're kind of through that situation, that can kind of give us a, a sense of control and when addressing it. So keep doing that until that's resolved. I see that's gonna be okay. All right. All right, Lori Christine, a message for me from my cat Nathan. In spirit, you're not sure. Is he spending a lot of time with me and my three kitties? I haven't seen him in months. So I take it Nathan has been a no-show. Okay, let's see what we get. What deck do I want to use here? Do I want to use this one again? Or I'm going to try this one, the Maruka X. It's kind of an unusual little deck that uses everyday household items and kind of gives us themes. Oh, Patty, I didn't see this here. Thank you, thank you. You're welcome. My union, okay, yeah. Thank you. I'm only concerned that my union told me that I must do the course or else my medical insurance will be taken away. Well, I think that even if you do the course, I think you're going to be okay. Um, all I can say is that I see you this working out with temperance and the four of pentacles next to the queen of pentacles. But I do see something that seems a bit corrupt, and I don't think it's you. I think it's around a male energy. And so maybe just double check. Um, and if you speak to a personal union rep, um, see if there isn't any others that you can speak to about that. So Nathan is in spirit. Okay, he passed in January of this year. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. So you wanting to know if he's popping in and hanging out. He might be doing little kitty work on the other side, helping other animals cross over, organizing things. You just never know. Let's see what he wants to say. So I'm going to focus on Nathan. I love kitties. So I've got my bear up here as my watermark. Nathan, where have you been? What are you doing? Mom wants to know. She misses you. You haven't been around to visit, or have you? What do you want to share? Please use these cards. See what we get. Stairs. Oh, he's making progress. He's working on advancing. Each step will be worth the effort, so continue to push forward. Oh, that's cute. There's little angels on the stairs. See the angels? So he's got something he's working on in other realms. All right, let's see. It's paired with, yeah, office room. The work, business, career, he has one. Focus on you, your development, your goals, and your career path. So he is definitely working on advancing and developing some goals of his. This kitty's all about business. Me too. Me too, Lori. And they always seem to find me. Like the cat distribution organization is just they find us. He's showing me coffee maker. Oh, there is an awakening. He's like he is evolving. His spirit is growing. He is advancing. And something important is currently brewing, it's saying. And he has more energy and clarity. He's getting like a leveling up of his energy. That's why I like this funky little deck. It really is a good touchstone for like your own intuition to kind of kick off. And then he shows me microwave, fast results, soon, rushing. Things are rapidly progressing. Make the most of your momentum. So he's kind of busy in advancing something, and I'm sure he'll be back. And maybe his energy will be even more pronounced. He's progressing very quickly, but highly focused. All right, I can't help it. I got to pull a couple more and then we'll front door. It's a new phase, new opportunity, exciting chapter that he's embracing. Front door and dining room. I think this is probably most cats' favorite. Um, it says gathering, connecting. It's all coming together. And what you want wants you. I always like that saying. So he's in a new phase where it's all coming together. And his spirit is evolving. and growing stronger. I understand. I think he will be back, and maybe in a way that you will really sense differently, and with a bit more panache, even more energy, because the energy he's showing is like he's really accelerated growth here, been focused on that. And then it looks like the dining room made me feel like gathering and connecting, that then he would like come back and reconnect. I'm gonna pull one more card here. Pet. Oh my God. There, he's reassuring you. The pet card is the friend, support, loyalty. Now is the time to build deeper connections with those around you. So he's letting you know he's always around you. You may not necessarily see him more or less or sense him, but he's there. You cannot, in a sense, not be there because you are a part of his heart. You're a part of his spirit. And likewise, we're all connected. So we can't really lose each other. He's just busy right now, but he's letting you know that he's always, always with you. And picture frames, memories, the past. The past resurfaces temporarily. Approach its return openly. I think he's saying, I'll return, though I am part of you're part of his past because he's passed from this realm onto our home realm. We're in his past, but he has memories, and he's also showing that you have memories. He's always with you, and it will resurface. I think he will revisit. Yeah. But right now, it's all about growth and success with greenhouse and maturity. His spirit is really, I think, getting a leveling up. And then we get hammer. We get authority, rebuild power. Take the initiative to straighten out your situation or resolve it. So I think he's going to grow in strength so he can work on other goals that he wants to do. And he might very well reincarnate. Only you will know in time. But I think he will still visit you and visit the house. But right now, you might have a harder time detecting his energy, feeling like he's super present. But we're all connected. And it looks like he will, I think, come back around, or I hate to say it because it's not like he's really gone. But from your senses, that might change. There's just something there because he's showing us a growth in his power and being. So I'd say if he comes back around, you're going to notice something being probably a lot stronger, and just give it time and just send him love. He's definitely reaching out to you through these cards. That was pretty wild. So it's all good. It's all good. He's just busy working on some kitty goals. Yeah, look for little signs. And sometimes we have to set expectations, or even, and you know how he said, be open? Um, Sometimes don't maybe expect the same kind of stuff that he first was doing. There could be something very different. So just be open, he's saying, and just pay attention. Look for those little signs, like Isadora's saying, because it's coming. I tell my kitties here in the physical form and Nathan in spirit, that we are connected through, that's right, eternity, because our heart and soul connection. There you go. And that, I was just saying that before I even knew that you said that. So there's more confirmation. So you just carry that in your heart. And when our meat suit gets in the way of feeling connected, because that's what it is, um, because they're not in another meat suit for us to be present with us. Just hold that in your heart. You really needed to hear from him. Well, he was really there for you. I mean, that was like those cards were like, no matter what deck I use. So he's got you. He's got you. And We are always connected. Okay? And my pleasure. Okay. Artist Liz. Cherry Blossom and then Rosemary. All right. Let's see. I just want to clear this deck. It's weird. That's my little way of I blow on the deck and then it's my intention, right? And then I reshuffle. Okay. May I have a message from my mom, Margaret, about my health problems, some of which are still unresolved. I have new issues almost daily concerning my health. Will everything be figured out? All right, let's take a look. I'm going to use this deck again and see what we get. So we're asking Artist Liz, your mother, if she can help to address what is going on, if you're going to be all right, um, anything you need to know about your health. What does she want to use this deck and the cards to give her message? Let's try this deck first, and then I'll grab another just for confirmation. Good. Oh, Lori, make it be happy tears. That never is never can never be taken from you. Never. Isn't that wonderful? That's the illusion of this life. We go on to something so much better than here. You'd think we'll look back at this, go, no, I'm good here. So once we get there with our kitty cats and all our soul connections, much better than here. This is where we do the hard work. This is where you're going to have the tears, but you're going to make them be happy tears. That's part of what we're here to do. It's all good. Good. It is happy tears. Oh, and you can replay this anytime you like and rehear that for when you get low. Just, maybe bookmark the reading so that you can go back to it. Okay, Artist Liz, your health, your mother Margaret. Ah, that's the name of one of my good friends on the other side as well. So we're asking Artist Liz's mother, Margaret. Margaret, can you help us with Artist Liz's health? What does she need to know about it? She's very unsettled and having issues. Okay, authority, rebuild power. Take the initiative to straighten out your situation or resolve it. I think your mom's saying take a hammer to your next doctor's appointment and pound it on the table and saying, I want results. You know, seriously, there is something here about using authority or reaching an authority. I'm going to take this sweatshirt off, you guys, because I'm sitting right in the sun. Ah, sorry. And it's just too warm. And once the fog comes back in, that sweatshirt's going to go right back on. So I always keep one on the bed. Anyways. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Lori. Maid. Okay. Giving help, support, serve. Someone is coming your way to change your life for the better. Maybe an authority. But she's wanting you, okay, to take the initiative, which I'm sure you are, but to continue to do so. Also, maybe to look for an authority that can help you to get this straightened out. That maybe like when I was in hospital, because I've been there way too much, they usually can get you sometimes an advocate, like somebody that to make sure that you got all your paperwork and that your questions are answered, and that can kind of be like a go-between between you and uh, doctors and your stuff like a patient's advocate. I would look into that because she's saying there is someone that can help you that knows how to do this, that could be very significant in really helping your life. by Hammer and Made. Okay. And I'll hold it up again. And right now we get Knife, which is heartbreaker, pain. Trust that these dark times will bring you to the brightest places. Boy, that's probably accurate. Whenever you're undergoing health struggles, it's just so scary sometimes. So I send you big, big hugs, and you're always in my prayers. I lift up you guys right now and every night before I leave the meat suit and go for a wander. And you're getting craft room, creativity, talent, and vision. Let your full expression flow freely. Say what you need to say, in other words, and open the gateway to creation. Be also a participant, I get, where you can participate in that aspect of your health, where you feel like you're not just somebody sitting around, like you don't, like you feel like you're part of a team, where your health is concerned. I'm damn near screaming for the doctors to listen to me. Okay, then you definitely need like a patient's advocate because they're not hearing you. And you're most importantly of all not feeling heard. So Google it, see if you can figure out one in your area. I think that is where I would start. I know you're not afraid to speak up, girl. But this would be somebody that can help you, that can support, that can serve you, okay? And help you where authorities, where doctors and stuff are concerned. And your pain, the suffering you're going through with the knife. And you can do this, I think, you have the talent of full expression, it says. And you use every word that you know is persuasive. Okay. So remember, she gave you a bit of hope there too, because she's saying, trust that these dark times will bring you to the brightest places. And then you have a gateway to creative energy too. That's interesting. She's showing us fence. So there are boundaries, distant, guarded. Your boundaries are hindering you from pursuing your dreams. Well, yeah, health tends to do that, but there's obstacles. Maybe I'm sure there's obstacles with getting these morons to listen to you. And mirror, triggers, mirroring. Situations are revealing parts of you that still need acceptance. Yeah, like when you're listened to. She shows friend, support, pet loyalty. Now is time to build deeper connection with those around you. Again, I tend to think that there is someone that she's thinking could really help you and could maybe even mirror for you your frustration in the right direction. I get flute glasses, celebration, victory, cheer. You have passed the finish line. Good things are on the way. And that is went along with friends, loyalty, support. You'll make it through this, but I think you need to find someone that can serve you where you're not getting the kind of being heard, you know? Isadora says, that's why I wound up in the ER 2 weeks ago. I'm so sorry, dear. Because the doctor wouldn't listen to me. I have similar stories, but I'm just gonna let you guys, carry carry on with yours here. Because yeah, I know it. I've nearly died. A doctor because of a doctor. The hospital further injured you by smashing, oh, that's so thoughtful of them, your head into the CT scan. I can barely walk now. Mm-mm-mm. You definitely need an authority to help you on this. Even lawyer. That's should be like liability. They are supposed to help you, not make it worse, right? Security, stability, shelter. Focus on nurturing stability and change whatever does not. That's what's coming. You get the house. I like that. And coffee maker, awakening. This is good. Something important currently is brewing in your life. So I would hop on that patient advocate, people that can help you because you're not well. And it takes a lot. I know if I hadn't had my husband go to bat for me sometimes when I was just, bleh, um, it really, you need, and to like, I wish I was there. I'd do it for you. You should, girl. You need to anyway for your other thing, your money. I'm gonna ride you about that. I'm gonna be your mom now. Do it. You need to get hold of them. This should not be going on. You do not, your mom's saying this, you're gonna get through this dark time. You got bright things ahead of you. Go for it. Exactly. And Isadora, go for it. Get that girl. Get it. Reconnect with your deepest desires and set your soul on fire. You get bedroom and picture frames, memories, resurfaces temporarily. Approach its return openly. So I see some little meditation and just thinking and resting. Okay. You need to rest. You can't, you need, get somebody, get an advocate. Oh, this is interesting. T. Doodles says, I had a similar experience in the ER. If not for my mom, I would not be here. Doctors are so dismissive now. They are. They are. And you never know. Some doctors are great, but some doctors in the ER, not so great. They didn't simply take a blood test to check my blood count, and they would have seen I was nearly bleeding internally to death. I ended up having, I think I've told the story before, the lowest blood count at that time, um, probably about 10 years ago or so, that the hospital, Seton Hospital, had ever seen here on the peninsula. And low just about in every kind of way, low count and some other issues. I was very sick, a very sick girl. So rest. You were shown that. You need to just get that retirement funding back for you because they're cheating you out of that and trying to dilly-dally, take advantage of you. And you need to be able to know that somebody is, able to make the authority pay attention. I would definitely do it. I think you're worth it. And I think the rest is necessary. Wow, Maya, I know some days are just like I really feel like I got a slight tune up around the Lion's Gate. I like I told said before, I like really do feel a different energy. So it's been very interesting. All right. So I think you know what to do from there. Keep us in the loop. All right. I think everything will get figured out. Um, but you need to find someone that can help you do it, that can tackle the authoritative energy, out there for you. So do that. All right, now we're going to Cherry Blossom. What do I see? Hello, Maya and everyone. What blessings do you see coming towards me shortly? Thank you. All right, let's see. I feel like I'm going to put this deck down. All right. Hmm. Which one do I want to use? Blessings. Maybe this one. Um, no, no, for some reason, not that one. Let's see. Maybe this one. The Connection Orb by Trish James is kind of calling out to me. Big box of markers comes sliding down. I've got a small wall of things along the other side of my bed. All right, let's try this Cherry Blossom and see how we go. And after Cherry Blossom, we will have Rosemary. Okay? And that will be the live. Okay. What is coming towards Cherry Blossom? Sure. What's on her horizon? Their horizon. What is on Cherry Blossom's horizon? What is moving toward them? Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom. Cherry Blossom. What is on their horizon? What do they need to know about? Cherry Blossom's horizon. I'm gonna just split the deck, cut the deck. Ooh, all right. What is on Cherry Blossom's horizon? See what we get. We're getting curiosity, a seeker of information. Hopefully not liver issues, but I don't think so. We're not talking about health. So I'm feeling more of the curiosity and seeking information. All right, let's see what it gets paired with. That's also Sagittarius. I get the peacock here. Proud. You are doing well. I am proud of you. I feel like that's spirit. Higher self or guides. So I think they're proud with your growth and the fact that you are not intellectually lazy, that you have a curiosity. That's a sign of intelligence, is being curious. It's a shame we get shut down for asking questions because that's how we grow and learn. So it looks like you're going to be on to another path of seeking more information. It feels like downloads coming your way. And this colorful card of proud indicates, I feel like the spirit that guides you is proud of your efforts and says you are doing well on your path. That's good. You got like you're tracking, you're where you should be, and looking up, especially being a seeker of information, kind of like the hermit holding up the lantern. You're not looking for the everyday information. You would be looking for the esoteric, the deeper meaning underneath, you know, acceptance. You are enough. That's what you also need to know. That's coming toward you literally as a swan. This energy of knowing how beautiful you are and that you are enough. With all your foibles included, you don't need to be perfect. Perfect is not necessarily beautiful. And you are fine. You are enough. This is also river, pond, swamp. I don't know. You're going to be going to any bodies of water where there might be some beautiful swans, might be a good thing to do. And on the horizon, like a park. I just saw that. Maybe it's just my association, but keep it in mind. And you get it paired with escapism. Sensitivity is needed. It's okay to escape. As long as we're not chronically escaping responsibility, we need to escape sometimes. So shut off, whatever is taxing and go out and get some fresh air if you like that, if that's what makes you chipper. Watch a comedy if the weather's bad, take care of what you enjoy as escapism. Could be crocheting for all I know. But whatever it is, a healthy form is a great thing, for us. So it requires sensitivity and you have acceptance. You get okay, those ones don't really. Okay, here we go. Hazy judgment checked out. Watch it for partying, maybe just a little too much. Don't get too out of it if you're partying. Not that partying is bad, but and because that could put you in a bind. Okay, put you in a dilemma. Also, possibly a dangerous situation around anybody else that might be using something could be on the horizon. So if you see somebody coming at you that's staggering or whatever, just go the other way. If you were thinking of indulging, I don't know if you do, I would say maybe not so much. Make sure that you're at home. Make sure that you're safe. Make sure you're not around hazardous situation where substance is concerned or people that may be using them are concerned. I get older, fragility, and communication, message for you. Also, you're getting older. Don't, good. Watch out for those that do. If it looks like trouble, take the other route. That may or may not manifest, but it shows here that the message, you've got the bird song, and I feel like when I see this owl, I feel like you follow intuitively. To me, owls are such like almost like, do you have like medium sensitivity? You do. I'm glad that you don't, Cherry. That's so good. Um, I think that there's some sort of communication coming for you from maybe the other side, actually. That's often what the owl represents to me. Let's see what else I get. I'm just curious. Companion here for you. You've got like a friend or a pet is on the horizon, and recovery, need to heal. So if there's any issues of anyone, you or them needing healing, I see you being around each other is as being healing to both. It is a mutual energy way of healing. So your pets, friends, I firmly believe my cat helps me to heal. Absolutely. And I firmly believe other people's dogs and cats and pets do as well because they carry that pure. I love crows as well. We have a lot here by our house, and they're so smart. You know, it's very therapeutic just to even observe them or have that connection or feel that love when you see them. And when we can go into that place, as I was saying, they come from that much cleaner energy from the creator, without all this human ego drama going on. So you probably do have, um, I think, probably a mediumistic energy there, that you could channel, that could come, receive messages. That's possible too. Okay. I see harmony, blink of an eye, life is fleeting, seeing both sides of things. To me, this is just maturity and not realizing the world isn't all black and white. Um, this is like pondering, deeply pondering things. That's what I feel like you're going to be doing. Your little rest spot by the water, pondering life and understanding in a more broader, because you're tuned in. There's something about you that is very tuned in here. Let's see what else we get. Anything more? What is on Cherry Blossom's horizon that they need to know about? Again, it's saying life is fleeting and it went so fast. Okay. Hmm. There's something about a work connection. I don't know. Do you still work? I almost feel like there's somebody from the other side wanting to come through for you that was in a violent attack. Do you know of anybody that passed via a violent attack? Maybe connected to work? Cards might be off. I'm getting mistakes made, medicational error. I feel like someone's maybe trying. Yes, you do. Oh my God. Okay. Well, maybe this is part, you can tell me or not, if this makes any sense, that it's saying mishandling, mistakes were made. Workplace injury? I'm not sure. Work, just showing you the card. and violent or aggressive. Something was very destructive to their body, and it went very quickly. Okay, this person's trying to come through. I tried to shut them down. Didn't mean to do that because it wasn't making sense to me. They're saying to something about reunite and resolve differences. Oh, resolve differences. Recovery, need to heal. I am healing on the other side. I feel like you need each other, it says. Resolve differences, unite. And this is about recovery and healing. Okay. So he's coming through there. Ah, yeah, he's saying that it was not an accident, that it was an intended thing, I guess. Weakness, foolish moment, moment of weakness. Maybe whoever did it, or just being involved was, around that kind of thing. I don't know. But perspective shows regret, now wisdom. He regrets it, but there's wisdom now from his perspective he's showing. Maybe you're to tell her that. Um, Getting something about unpredictable or a different approach. Some guys broke into their house and shot him and his brother and took his dad. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That is simply horrific. That is terrible. Much love and trusting all to Saint Padre Pio. Ugh. Yes, he's okay. And he's showing that I need to heal, like he's healing on the other side. And he's talking about coming from things from a different approach and seeing things differently now. That first it was like regret. He saw what had happened. You know how we get like a life review, I think? And now he feels wisdom. Now he feels like he has wisdom from it. He's really coming through here. Clarity. I see clearly now. Something about in your dreams. Oh, daughter cried. Oh, I'm so sorry. And he's saying youth gone too soon and child energy. Emotionally overwhelmed, water connection, combined with soul group, family bond, a sibling. He might be reunited. This is probably him saying he's reunited with family on the other side, possibly a sibling. I don't know. A lot of emotional healing that was being done for him. Um, I think maybe, I don't know if planned my way. I think he was definitely somebody that was very opinionated. Um, and he was showing that he had an unclear or confused mind, maybe, or maybe somebody else did. It shows mental struggles, drained, lacking vitality. Okay. And let's just see. Says thank you. Thoughtful gesture. I appreciate you. He wants to say thank you. He knows that you guys went through a lot. Oh, that's so young. What? Just a baby. Just a baby. I was engaged when I was 22, still a baby. But that's so young. But he wants to say thank you. And he's sorry he drained you, if that's possible. I mean, the whole ordeal and everything. Oh, this is nice. Now, definitely tell her this vision watching over you. Do you see me? Well, even if you don't, he's showing that he's watching over you guys and he's very grateful to you. I'll pull a couple more and see what he's saying. Again, he's going on oh my God, impulsive, reckless behavior, head or face area. Impulsive behavior, I suppose, and other, someone else, another involved. Hmm. whoever did this. And you can even play this for her. That would probably be easier. He's showing that he had a lot of issues, multiple issues going on. And I'm just going to let him finish this up. Oh, and he's saying his journey was over. He had to go. It was really his time was up. I couldn't stay. He had to go. See, the balloons are taking the, had to go. Associates, fateful ties, endurance, a lot to go through, a difficult journey, but his journey's over with now. Connection beyond the physical. I am here. See, they're here. We can't necessarily always see them or sense them, but they're in everything. They're in the light, they're in every atom. And it's just our sensing them here and kind of reciprocating like a magnet in a way, being aware, even if we can't feel because of the meat suit. It dulls our senses, our bodies do. Oh man, I can't stop now. You are loved in my heart and heart related. And you did say he was shot in the chest. But I think regardless, he's showing that he wants to convey love. And I think especially to your daughter. Oh, I could read you next Sunday. I'm sorry, Altafe. I would love to read you, but I'm all done. And transformation. He's in a different form here in spirit. He's really wanting to let you know that he's got your back in spirit. So that was your big message. Woo hoo 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 hoo. Thank you. Yes, before she thought he was with her in her room. Also, when he passed in the morning, she felt a kiss on her cheek. Oh, and he shows irresistible. I don't know if he lack of control, maybe issues with that, but he's transformed since then. He's in his, you know, higher higher form, spiritual form. Okay, yeah, that's it. So play this for her. He's letting you know that he's watching and that he's gotten through. He's working on himself on the other side. All right. He wanted to come through. I about didn't read him. I thought this was, and then I kept seeing that it was like, I don't know, someone that has returned home is wanting to leave a message. I keep batting it away. So thank you for being patient. All right. The last question. And thank you, Altafe. Sorry. Rosemary. Oh, honey. I'm feeling so depressed and lonely. Is there anything good coming to me sometime? All right, let's see what we get. Yes, I get. But it's going to sound corny, but it's always in the small things first. The rose, the way the light lands, in the room and just try that and really finding joy in beauty and art and simple things first. That can help, Rosemary. I know I've dealt with depression as well before. Serious, like that's something I do have to deal with and take medication for. So I understand what that's like. But what I can tell you is truly what I've found is that the most simple things, the things that aren't about money and how you look and blah, 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 bring me the most happiness. Going down to the water, for me, roses, flowers, gardens, the squirrel on my fence that greets me when I come back from the doctors. Try there. Be gentle with yourself. Let's take a look, sweetheart. And I'm sending you a great big hug, Rosemary. Great big hug. Okay. So you better just come on, come here. I know what that's like. Even sometimes if you have people around you, you can be lonely. So let's see. What does Spirit want to share with you, Rosemary? That you're loved beyond what you can even feel. You don't, once again, you don't need to be perfect. The things that you might, be upset with yourself about, that you wish you were more this or that, put it away. You are loved for you. And if you could only, God, I wish I could give you guys some of the dreams I've had that when you feel that way, where you connect and you realize that you can feel that unconditional love because it exists for each one of us. You know that feeling. Yes, Isadora. Okay, what do we get for Rosemary? We want a special message for Rosemary. She's feeling blue. She's got a case of the yucks. We want some positive stuff coming her way. Can you help her to see that, to find that, and appreciate that, to open her heart up? Because when we're depressed, we're so numb, it's hard to feel. And it's such a strange thing to feel that numb. It's kind of unnerving. But sit through it, sit with it, sit through it. Like Churchill said, truly, I've got a little Churchill little collector's piece up here that I say, because when you're going through hell, keep going. The only way is through. Rosemary, for you, nurture. You need mother energy. Okay? You need to be mommied. You need to have some mommy love. We all do sometimes. Okay, we all need it most of the time. Chest or stomach can also be upset sometimes when we haven't gotten enough kind of nurturing. TLC. Okay? Some nurturing is coming your way. And home, security and safety. Okay? And it's okay to be in your home right now. Well, wherever you feel the most secure. It says, I am safe now. And mother, nurturing energy. You're getting maybe where you feel abandoned, left behind. Did you not have very much nurturing? Hi, Nicholas. It's nice to see you. I'm on my last question. I'm just getting ready to finish. It's so nice to see you, though. Now, what this is coming from the divine. Okay, Rosemary. And I don't know if you have a mother that's still here or not. Um, I am doing actually pretty well. I'm healing very slowly. But what I get, Rosemary, is a sense of nurturing that's coming your way from, like, I feel like the mother in the universe. And it says, you are loved in my heart, heart related. So there might be part of you from childhood that has issues with abandonment, but there's a tremendous amount of divine love for you. And it's whether you can feel it or not, just know it's truly, truly there and watching over you. There's a maternal energy that is watching over you. Um, it's very nurturing toward you. Do you see me? It says, huh? Oop. Oh, you're taking a drive up to your parents, Sonora Pass, to celebrate your dad's 75th birthday. Well, happy birthday to your dad. Now, we're dealing here with some issues of dishonesty or deception, and that's paired with Perseverance. Keep trying. You know, people have been toxic, maybe not been truthful, but don't let that tear you down. Keep trying. Keep getting back up. Truly, perseverance. Know that you are loved. You know, don't give up because it's very easy to feel that way when you're depressed, like giving up. Don't give up. You know, especially one of the things is that it can slow us down where it can be hard to actually physically move. And we have to really push ourselves. So if you can do some kind of exercise, I think getting out is really good. And I feel like nurturing is also Mother Nature. So, rosemary, I think Mother Nature is a very good place for you to be still and know that you are loved and being watched over and tap into that and not to give up, to keep trying, to keep getting back up. There's a swift energy moving. Here we get the cheetah and quick outcome. And we get endurance, a difficult time that you're going through. Okay. And cautious, suspicious activity, sly dealings. Okay. Again, being careful of people. And again, I'm getting like family, soul group, bond. Your family on the other side are for sure letting you know that they care about you. And there's a sibling here, um, type of an energy. So you're going through a difficult time. That's for sure. But it's showing me that you're not alone. It's so easy to say. But if you can be still and you can begin to tap in and just sense that presence with you, just like you have like sometimes when you are in dream, when you know that there's somebody else with you, but you can't see them, tap into that feeling because that's kind of what it's like. No, you didn't have much nurturing, mother gone, no hugs but abuse, but love from cats. That makes sense because you had the abandonment next to the mothering energy. I think she's sorry about that, by the way. And she does want to let you know that you're loved. That was her message. Did she pass suddenly? Maybe that's what the swift thing was about. Going through difficulty, but you're being watched over, and there's extended family on the other side that have your back. What else here? Inheritance left for you. I want you to have it. Okay. And companion here for you, a friend or pet. You know, I think it's a really also that energy of the pets is the most healing love that we can get. I know when I'm the saddest, the cat is really the only one. You know, if she sees me crying, she'll come up. So getting through this hard time, you need to realize that you are deeply, deeply loved. Your pets love you deeply. Your mother, even though she was not a good mother, and it shows as much here, it's saying that she loves you and she is watching out for you. And I'm sure she deeply regrets not treating you the way she should have. Um, what else do we get? Memories, reminisce, could come back, and an anniversary, a celebration. Is somebody having a wedding or a birthday or something coming up where people gathered might reminisce? I'm getting anxiety. Need help to relax. So focus on ways of relaxing. Liberate, bound by struggle. So there's things holding you back. There's like, I feel like there's some anxiety here going on. And that usually goes hand in hand with depression because I had that. A lot of people do. Okay, here's a message for you. Self-critical. You're too hard on yourself, and that can lead to digestive issues. You are not a loser. You're not a failure. You are not any of those things. You are simply wonderfully you, Rosemary, and there's nothing wrong with you, okay? You are deeply, deeply loved, even though you can't feel that right now. And I hate that, but it's there. Spirit loves us all that much. And sometimes being still and knowing that can help us to like begin to connect to it. And it's saying commotion, making a big fuss. It doesn't want you to make a big fuss about yourself, to be so hard on yourself, too harsh, or making the situation a small mistake into a bigger one, like it's like more than it is. Don't be so hard on yourself. And you got a father energy here, leader, father energy, and emotionally overwhelmed. Some overwhelmed feelings there with the father energy. Aging process going on. I think also there's wisdom. This is what you need to realize is that once again, acceptance that you are beautiful and uniquely beautiful, just like this swan. And yet you got acceptance that you are enough. Again, the water is a good place for you to ponder these thoughts and know that you are enough. You are as unique as all this creation. And if you think that the flower or the lake is beautiful, so are you. You're part of that creation. You are more than just Rosemary, by the way. Before you came here, before you existed on any earth as Rosemary, you are a spirit. You are a spirit of light and beauty, and you're made from love, like a photon of God is in each one of us. So you know that, and that we're all connected, and I love you. And if I could give you a big hug and a big plate of spaghetti and put you in bed and give you all your kitties, I would do that. Um, but I want you nonetheless to know that and just take it to heart. And we all care here. Okay. And the cats definitely love you. Your mother brought that up. But this is what is most important, that you love you, that you realize that you're perfectly fine just the way you are right here, right now. No frills, mistakes, and all of that. You're just fine. You're easy to love. You just need to learn how to maybe love yourself a little more and realize you don't need to change anything to become worth loving. You are automatically are loved and you are enough. Okay? And don't waste precious time. Life is short, you know? Realize that you're enough. This life can be unpredictable. Different approach. Maybe, try a different approach. And where you come into a power struggle with things, I would say maybe try a different approach. No celebration coming up. Just turned 74. Lots of anxiety about the city trying to force me out of my home again to get my property and fighting them. Okay. That's understandable. Well, don't be so hard on yourself. I think where you're having the power struggle, try with them, maybe try a different approach. Talk to a lawyer. I hate to say that. Um, yeah, you got the heavy burdens and use, wisdom in dealing with that. Understanding path uh, where these burdens are concerned. I see harmony coming. It's on the horizon and reunion. And I get kitty cats. So I think you and the kitty cats and just those that you love there's a harmony. I feel like there's a harmony that will return, but you're going through a difficult time. So try to see both sides. Try to see through the darkness, that know that this too shall pass, that you will not always be in this state of dealing with them. And turning 74 and then having to deal with this horse crap with the city. Yeah. It's what they want you to release deep sadness. Okay. Have a good cry. Go in, get your pillow, get your tissues, and let it out. You know, let it all out, because life is too short. It's saying again, it's really giving us that message today. It's like, it's really true. And we know that the older we get, the faster it goes. So try to release the sadness. And, with your cats, enjoy them. Um, and just enjoy nature. Again, I feel like find any kind of information more maybe out with that you can about what you can do, searching for truth. And also, when you get to feeling too down about yourself, watch some NDE uh, videos. It can really help, can really give us perspective. That's what I've done. And yeah, the self-hatred stuff, been there, done that. Don't. That's what's going to hold you back. That's what's going to hold your energy down, and that needs to be released. That's a wounding, because think of yourself if you're having trouble as a small child. And would you be saying, "Oh, I can't stand you," to that small child part of yourself? No. You got to, do that for yourself, and give yourself the love you didn't get. Your mother's regretting that for sure. So just know that you are loved. You do have good things coming to you. Your situation is going to change. I'm going to pull just couple more cards here from the Maruka deck for you very quickly. And then I'll end the live with a group reading, a couple of cards for us all. Let's see, but this for you. What else does Rosemary need to know? This is about progress. You get the stairs. Each step will be worth the effort, so continue to push forward. You're being urged to continue to move through this progress of working on your shadow self, the hatred, the self-loathing, things like that. And see yourself, because that's how God sees you, as a child. And we get phone, communication, or messages. Communicate clearly and create space for open expression. I think even writing things down would be tremendously cathartic. A journal, and then sometimes I will burn the pages to like release the negativity and cleanse my, little things to do. Just some ideas. And I get situations are revealing parts of you that still need acceptance. We had acceptance earlier, that you are enough. This is maybe dealing with the fact that you need to realize you're enough, Rosemary. That you realize it enough for yourself. I realize that you're enough, but you need to. So it's messy. Change is coming. It may be sudden and disruptive. You got to release the sorrow, the pain. Look beneath the surface in your life and you will find treasure. Those cats aren't with you because you're a jerk. Okay, you have food, but no, you know what I'm saying. You have to be a very compassionate person and very patient. And I get rebirth for you. For a renewal to occur, something in your life must come to an end. The self-hatred, the self-loathing. And it really changes your outlook. You can appreciate a lot more. Look at yourself, if you can, from another person's perspective, without putting and projecting what they're thinking about you, that they're judging you. Look at yourself as a child and give yourself the love that you didn't get. Put your arms around yourself. I've done this little exercise repeatedly, and you know what? it really does help. And again, I think listening to some of the different NDEs are very interesting, where especially when you have problems with like you don't think well of yourself, there's some really interesting accounts that really open your eyes. And if you're curious, I do have a playlist of some that I've watched and just added to a playlist in case you're interested. And that's on the bottom of my homepage, the last uh, segment. So, anyway, sending you all much love. Let's pull two cards. Let's see which deck. I've got a few around here. Da, da, da. For the group. Oh, where's that one? I thought I had it over here. Here comes the kitty. Come on, bear. Come on. Oh, sit down. Sit down. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Aha. The Soul's Journey Lesson Cards. It's by James Van Praagh. And I'm going to put these. I'm going to draw a couple of these for us for the rest of the week. Just two cards for those of us that are watching this and that will watch it later on the replay. And thank you if you are watching this on replay by the time you get to this. All right. For this coming week, what energies, spirit, do we need to be aware of? I'm going to pull two cards for us all, and I'm asking higher self and spirit to help me to choose those for this week for us all. Okay. Pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Rosemary, did you hear that? Yes, pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Think of someone that you love because we're all connected. One of your kitty cats. A bit of you is in them too. Okay? So once again, us for this week, remembering to love ourselves and that you can see yourself in everyone. Mandala. Okay, and our next card for this week, trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Trust your intuition. Trust that little voice that says, don't do that. Or don't forget your phone before you go out the door. Pay attention to that small voice that nags away at you. You shouldn't do that. Maybe you should wait, because you always find that when you ignore it, you wish you hadn't. So remember to love yourself because we're all connected and try to see yourself in others and vice versa. And to accept that you trust your inner voice, your intuition, because it guides you correctly in life. All right? We love you all. Yes. Don't worry about it, girl. You got this. We've all been there. Here's one: denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Look deeper, change perspective. Don't allow fear and loathing and all that just to be stuck there. Pry them out. Replace the fear with the insight of awareness, with knowing. And the final card for us is balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. You don't need to judge anything. You just enjoy. Balance. Okay, guys? I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. You just come from a good place, from a good intention, and bring that into the world. All right? And replace any fear with self-awareness this week. Trust your inner voice and take pride in yourself and love yourself as you do others, because we're all connected. All right? All right. I'll see you next Sunday, if not before then, in a video. All right. See you later, guys. Thank you so much. Good night.